This is the evaluation question 6. What have you learned about technologies from the process of constructing this product? Technologies that I used were Facebook, Photoshop, Emaze, PowerPoint, Word, Paint.net, Weebly, SlideShare, OBS, Prezi, YouTube, InDesign, SLR cameras, Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge, DSLR cameras, and Movavi Video Editor 10. I used Facebook for audience feedback, and I learnt that you could really get some different views upon your product on Facebook. It's good for marketing your product as well, if that's what you wanted to do. Photoshop, I learned a hell of a lot for. I started off not knowing too much about it. I just about knew how to stick a head on some other person's body, and I finished up being able to make a professional looking magazine, and that's what I used it for. I used it for editing and making the magazine. Emaze, I don't really know much about, but I used it for my question 5 of my evaluation to make a PowerPoint, and I learned about it. I didn't know anything about it before, and how to make a PowerPoint on it. PowerPoint I used for making some of my earlier presentations, such as I think I did one for a contents analysis on my research and planning. Word, I did that for some of my long streams of writing, some to-do lists I made on Word and all that kind of stuff. I didn't really learn about anything about that because I did EDCL at GCSE, where it was basically a computing course learning how to use PowerPoint, Word and Excel, and I got an A in that, so I didn't really learn much there. With Paint.net, it was basically a free Photoshop software that I had on my computer before I managed to use Photoshop at college. So I used that for a couple of editing programs just to see whether I could transfer my skills from that to Photoshop. So I haven't really learnt anything new there. Weebly I hadn't even heard of before now, and I used all of that to do all of my blogging. It's what this will be uploaded on, and it literally has every single piece of my work on it, apart from my to-do lists, which aren't really too important. SlideShare, again, it's a PowerPoint sharing place on LinkedIn, and I didn't actually know that that existed either. I'd been on it, but I didn't really pay attention to it. So I learnt how to upload to SlideShare and how to embed into my blog posts. OBS I used to record the screen and the sound for the podcasts. I used that to do all of the podcasts. All the screen recordings you see are on OBS, and all of the recording is with that and my microphone, which is a Toner BM700. There we go, that's another piece of technology. Prezi, I used that for my target audience presentation. It's another sort of presentation thing, but it goes into little different areas and it's quite stylized. I learnt how to do this at high school, so it didn't really teach me anything new there either. YouTube I have been using for quite a while now, and I just used my normal YouTube channel to upload podcasts and interviews. InDesign I knew nothing about, but I learnt to type in columns and format things and all that sort of stuff, and I used it on the contents page and the double page spread. The contents page of my college magazine and the double page spread of my actual magazine. The SLR camera I used to take pictures. I didn't actually really know how to use one beforehand. I knew how to use a DSLR camera, which I also used, but I didn't know how to use an SLR camera, which is a bit silly because they're almost exactly the same. But I still had to learn a few things. Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge, I used that to take pictures as well. I didn't really learn anything about that because it's my own phone and I'd been using it for quite a while. And Movavi Video Editor 10 I used to edit podcasts, which was nothing new to me really. I use it to edit all of my little short films that I do and things like that. And as I mentioned, the microphone and what I'm recording this on now, which is the voice recorder app on my computer, which I have used before as well because I do a bit of voice acting. So it's nothing particularly different really, but overall I have certainly learned a hell of a lot about technology throughout the process here.